All right, welcome back into the last call, where for our where we go over the weekly. Jeez, I'm all over the place. What a start! Where we go over the week for the last week of the games. We got a little bit left of the Monday night game. How's your week been going?
It's been good, man. It's been good. Kind of sad we got to be missing the rest of this Cowboys and Raiders game. We were both talking backstage that we need some Cowboys points, so
Yeah,
hopefully they can get us our fantasy dubs this week.
yeah, it's getting real close in mine. I don't think I'm gonna win, but I've got some hope. Hopefully, Javonte Williams can get in the end zone and potentially do it for me.
There you go.
Yeah, we've popped right in with some questions right out the gate. We before we even started, we got to trade London and Judkins for Jettas and ETN. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, with the Michael Penix Jr. news, I think having Kirk Cousins is definitely a shot to Drake London. I like where Judkins is. I think he is the bell cow. Do we have something to worry about with Jettas and McCarthy?
I think so. Right as it stands right now, I would not be trying to. If I have Jettas, I'm not necessarily. I don't think I'm selling him unless someone sells me something way too sweet. And if I don't have him, I don't think I'm trading him. I'm trading for him because I don't trust it all right now. I just don't know where to go with him. So kind of just let it stand as it is. I mean, if someone's really down on him and you can buy low on him, it's always worth taking a shot, sending a deal out and seeing if a guy will get him. But because it's not going to be like this forever, they'll do something
Yeah,
or he'll move. Something will happen. So, but Drake London's hurt right now. I don't know
Drake
if
London
anyone's gonna buy him. And Judkins is fine. I'm assuming this is Dynasty. A lot of the deadlines are up, so I assume this might be Dynasty. So yeah, and you were saying actually before that ETN and Toon had been sharing a lot snaps a lot more. Toon's been getting way more involved. ETN
yeah.
is a little sketchy to go and trade for right now. So, and with that, the looks of that trade, I probably just wouldn't do it. I just leave everything as it is.
Yeah, I think either side. I think there's definitely more risk in London with that injury and having Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely safer side for me is Jetta and ETN.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Um, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, so fellas, what's going on, Jamie? Thanks, Mike. I can smile. The Cowboys are winning. They look pretty decent. Hopefully, they continue. We'll see when they get a real test here. Um, been kicking ass this week. That's good. That's good, Jamie. What can I sell Josh Allen for? I keep forgetting to show these. What can I sell Josh Allen for before the end of tonight's game? What could you sell Josh Allen for?
Well,
Um, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think certainly this needs some context. Definitely, if it's in a dynasty league, it depends on the size of your league. I'm not looking to tier too far down from Josh Allen. Obviously, he's the 101 in Superflex, and he showed us why when he went and scored 6 touchdowns this week. Like, he is a total game changer for you. He can win you
Yeah.
your weeks. So if I'm going to Josh Allen, I'm trying to tier down. Even someone like a Drake May, if I can still get a first on top of Drake May or a player that I can add into my lineup, like I need to have something that's a slam dunk win if I'm moving an asset like Josh Allen. What about you? What are you thinking?
Yeah, essentially the same thing. If you're moving Josh Allen, he's had kind of a weird year, but he's literally the QB1 like every year, if not QB2, and it's not by much. And he just showed you what he can do, even with a turnover. He's getting 44, or I think it was like it depends on league scoring. I think in the league I have him, it was 44, but a lot of people said somewhere near like 50. So he's huge. If you can sell him, like you said, tier down to, I'm trying to think of like a good. If you could tear down to like, I don't even know if it's tearing down, but maybe go Dak and then get some picks or get some. Oh, he gave us the
And
context.
yeah, there we go.
4-7 team, 4-7 team.
So four and 7 team in
Oh,
redraft,
a
like
4-7, the record.
yeah,
Yeah, redraft full PPR. Need help. Starters: Josh Allen, Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, Sutton, Keenan, Goddard, Vidal, Trey Tucker, bench Bucky, JCM, Chuba, Sean Tucker. Ooh,
And,
hmm,
yeah, like I'm looking in a redraft style. Like if I can go and get Dak, I basically need a player at each position that is going to be a lock and loaded starter. Like we don't know what's going on with Bucky, JCM. I think that hype's kind of died on that. Uh,
yeah,
Aaron Jones has that backfield. Derrick Henry, I think, is going to put up more points for you in the end of the
yeah,
season,
yes, the
uh,
Yeti.
but Sutton and Keenan, like you definitely need wide receiver help.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, so I'm going to be targeting something like that I can fill out this lineup and try to make a run and sneak into that last spot for playoff.
yeah, and like Aaron Jones is fine. He actually should have had a better game. Just like a couple of missed passes that bummed him out. But so your running backs are okay if you can get one that you can rely on to kind of rotate in. Go get like Dak and then grab like a good wide receiver, someone that you know you can start every week and not be too worried about. I think that's the move for you in that situation. Did you guys watch the Canadian Grey Cup? My co-host was at the game. I did not.
Man, good for him. I saw who won it, Saskatchewan Roughriders, but no, I was not watching the Grey Cup.
Yeah. Has everyone hit the like button? Yes. If you're here watching, please hit the like button. It really helps us out. If you like it. If you don't worry about it. You don't have to. Don't feel forced. But it'd be great. We appreciate it. 4-17. Okay. Did you guys see the LeBron James level flop tonight? Coons gets a little chippy after the whistle. I know. Yes. Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, it was a penalty either way. He straight up punched him in the face, but he did go full Broadway and flop. That was crazy.
I know. I got a laugh out of it. The other Cowboys lineman watching Guyton flop like that. His reaction to that was priceless.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, it was funny. It was. I usually don't like that stuff because it's just weak, but it's funny. I mean, in that situation, it's pretty funny. Your co-host was in Winnipeg, Jamie. I lived there. Oh, I didn't know you're in Winnipeg. Cool. I didn't know that, Mike. Why not? Why not? I'm assuming why didn't you watch it? Is what he's saying. The Great
Oh
Cup.
yeah, Greinberg, were you watching it?
Yeah, he must have been.
Yeah.
Oh well, Jamie, he's
No.
in Ontario. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, across the country from me, but
On the other
great.
side.
You know
Yeah.
what the Edmonton Elks are at the bottom. So once they become relevant again, maybe I'll start tuning in.
Yeah. Hey, did you see McAvoy get his face blasted by a puck?
Mhm.
Bruins fan here. That was tough. That was sucky to watch, but he'll be all right. I mean, he'll be playing again in a few games, I'm sure.
Yep.
It's hockey players, but yeah, that was crazy though. Tooth immediately out of his mouth. Like that was that was an insane hit.
Oh.
Hockey's crazy. And of course. Okay. Cool. Well, as the questions flow in, we'll answer them. But for now, let's start with the. Let's just do a quick rundown of the Thursday night game, Jets Patriots. Obviously, it was very one sided. Justin Fields not doing great, and he got benched again.
Yep.
He's getting benched for Tyrod Taylor.
Yep. Part two.
The Jets pretty much same old Jets. They kind of lucked their win against the Browns last week, and now they're playing a good team and getting beat pretty bad. And Travion Henderson, is it officially Henderson time?
Man, Big Hendo, he's here. He's arrived.
Yes. Yeah, I think he has. Stephon Diggs was playing a lot better too. Yeah, overall, it pretty much went how everyone expected it to go. It wasn't very clean game. I mean, Justin Fields led the team in rushing, 11 carries for 67 yards. Wait, no, that can't be right because didn't Brees Hall have like 83? Maybe it was 83 scrimmage yards.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
Yeah.
Brees Hall had 58 on the ground.
58. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's what it was.
And does it get better? Does it get better for the Jets with Taylor there?
Not really.
Starting, right?
I'd rather chance it with Fields than play with Taylor. They put Taylor in and it didn't look good. At least Fields can play on the ground. So, yeah, that one was. I think it is just Trey Henderson like season. Yeah. The time has arrived for him to start smashing for everybody who owns him. And the people who were patient enough to wait on him to explode. We got some stuff here. Bryce going to be able to keep this up? Probably not.
Bryce Young gets one big game a year, and it was the
Hmm.
Falcons this year to complete the sweep. And he had a big game last year against them.
Yeah,
And I think that's all he's good for.
yeah. I don't think it's he keeps it up, and the Panthers kind of in general don't, because they're gonna keep doing this. They're gonna have like these random games that they're winning, some that they're losing. If they sneak into the playoffs, they're getting smashed immediately. I don't think they're gonna make it, but no, I don't think Bryce keeps it up. I'm starting to
Yeah.
lose my faith in Bryce.
Yeah, I am. It was nice to see Tedero McMillan have a big game, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's good to see.
Hmm.
It's somebody that I think on a dynasty scale, he's been somebody that I've been trying to buy if teams are down on it. If it looks like Bryce was going to be the quarterback heading into next year,
Yeah.
yeah, it's somebody that I think that you have to be patient with. The skill is there.
Hmm. I agree. Yeah, that's going to be fine. They need to do something at quarterback probably. Bryce is just too streaky. It's not like he's terrible. He's just too streaky. Maybe Bryce goes somewhere else and is just a better fit and it works out for him. But here in Carolina, it just isn't working. All right, GQ Will. We got Dynasty Trade. I got knocked out of the playoffs and I'm loaded at wide receiver. I was offered Penix, a 26 first, a 27 first and second for Jordan Love, Devonta Smith, and Spears. Thoughts? Hmm.
Yeah, Devonte Smith, I think, is somebody that's taken the alpha role in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
Um, if I can go and get a reroll on him for a first, still like Jordan Love, has he done anything to impress us to cement himself as a QB1?
Not really, no.
Like I think that's somebody that I'm comfortable whether you're high on Michael Penix or not. I think if you can insulate him with a 26 first and move off of Jordan Love, that's somebody. Tajay Spears, while he's electric, he's been dealing with injury issues. They have Tony Pollard. I think that's somebody that you can re-roll with a second and go ahead. So I'll comfortably take the pick side here.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. The If you're stacked at wide receiver and you can take the reroll, then might as well just go, because you're getting Penix, who's probably going to be back to his starting after. It looks like he might be cooked for the rest of the year, but after this year, and you're out of the playoffs, so he'll be good. You get a first for this upcoming draft. You get a 27 first and a second for a loaded class. I think it's a good move, honestly. And Spears, yeah, Spears is a ticking time bomb with his arthritic knee, and it's not like he's really running away with the job again with Pollard and everything. So I'm fine with selling that.
Yeah, I think this is something again just to add like the fluidity that it gives you and the points off the board of Michael Penix. Like that's only going to make your pick better now that you've already missed the playoffs. So
Yeah,
I think that's a great process trade.
exactly. Yep, that's a good, like, trying to do something to change your team's situation. Man, Jets scored 14 points with only 2 yards of. Yeah, what was that, the week before against the Browns? Wasn't it? They did that or something. That
Yeah,
was
special
insane.
teams.
Yeah, special teams, it wins you games, man. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe that. And they were like in the game against the Broncos and had a net of 13 yards in the first half of the game. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just insane. All right, let's talk about the just a quick chat about the Germany game, the Dolphins and Commanders. That was an interesting game. I expected a little more offense out of the Miami side. Achane did his thing. Waddle only had a few catches, but decent amount of yards for it. Debo was being Debo was. And what's up with Terry? Do you know what's going on with Terry McLaurin? Do you think he's going to play this year?
Man, like at this point, I think it's just an asset that's off your roster.
Yeah,
They're not making the playoffs. They have Marcus Mariota. I think the wise move would just be let McLaurin sit, heal, let JD sit and heal, and better that draft pick and hopefully get some weapons next year that they can start to be on the rise again.
yeah. Yeah, I think they're talking about maybe Daniels playing again this year. Dude, just let him sit. Call it a year. I think it's a bad idea. You're 3-8. Let him sit, rest up, get back to it next year, make some picks and some changes, and um, do it that way.
if he is your franchise quarterback, that's right. Like you've already risked it once, and Dan Quinn admitted that, and I think he truly feels guilty about not pulling him in that game. So yeah, why are you going to risk that now? Like just
Yeah,
let him rest, get it right for next year, and restart.
yeah, yeah. And I still like Waddle's trajectory out coming off of Tyreek Hill probably not being on the team next year. And he gets to keep that wide receiver one role when he's doing really well with it. He just had kind of a meh week. He won't travel to Germany, so I like him continuing. So if like in Dynasty he's someone, if you could get him, I would definitely go get him.
Yeah.
Jamie, quad injuries aren't good. Let McLaurin rest. Yeah, yeah, I get that. Terry's been resting all year, but understandable, in that situation. I don't think he feels rushed to come play. They're not playing very well. The Packers and Giants. I think last week we talked about that being a sneaky upset game.
Mhm.
And it almost was. It almost was. I thought the Giants might be able to do it, and they didn't. But Jameis did he didn't throw any touchdowns.
He didn't throw touchdowns, but he only threw one interception.
Yeah.
The NFL is a better place with Jameis Winston in it.
Yeah.
I think whether it's a product on the field or it's just the sound bites,
Mhm.
he kind of gets to carry over that aura that Dart and Scatterboo had for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I was excited that they put Jameis in there. It shows that they're like trying to do something.
Yeah.
And he's the kind of guy that can win you a game. And I think they should just roll them until as long as Dart's out. Because the longer he plays, like the better he'll get involved in the offense. But I don't know if it'll be very long. I think Dart. I'm assuming he probably comes back next week. So, it was fun for a game while it lasted. Tyrone Tracy had a solid game, 19 carries, 88 yards, and Isaiah Hodgins oddly leading the team in receiving. Um,
Yeah.
he's one of those guys I was always banging the drum for, but it just hasn't worked out.
Yeah, points for me on this. Like Theo Johnson continues to be a part of that offense.
Mhm.
Going 3 for 36.
Yeah.
He looks good. He's there. Last year, I think the community was really high on Daniel Bellinger, but now we see
Mhm.
that it is clearly Theo Johnson that's going to be the tight end to play. But I think the biggest news out of this is Josh Jacobs going to be okay.
Yeah.
That injury for most likely you're a competing team that owns Josh Jacobs in redraft or in dynasty. So we're really gonna have to know about that news. It was a knee injury. It didn't sound like it's too bad, but
Yeah.
we need more information on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. They say that it's not overly concerning, but it's uh his availability for this next week is in doubt, which I'm assuming means he's not going to play. Everybody that's got anything this year has just not played at least a game, so I assume Jacobs
Yeah.
is probably not playing next week. So Manuel Wilson is a good waiver wire pickup if you get a chance to grab him. Jordan Love had just kind of a whatever game, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was weird. He was out for a chunk of the game. Malik Willis needs an opportunity somewhere. He's been playing really great when he gets opportunities in Green Bay.
Yeah, he
Uh,
has been that dual ability really opens things up for him.
yeah,
Um, what's up with Matthew Golden? Like, were you ever in on him? Are you trying to buy him? Like Christian Watson came in with one leg and took his lunch money again, right?
yeah,
Like it seems like it's Dobbs, and then it's Watson, and then it's whoever else, and then Matthew Golden gets in on there.
yeah. No, I was never in on Golden. There was a lot of people talking about Dallas going for him in the draft, and I was begging, please don't do it. Please do not do it. And they didn't. I'm not in on. I wasn't in on. I knew something wasn't quite there. And I mean, I could still be wrong. It's only his rookie year, but the expectation, you're getting him in the first round. He's supposed to be coming in and, it doesn't have to be Justin Jefferson immediately, but he's supposed to be good, involved more, having some good games, and he's not. And it might not necessarily be a slight on him. It might just be because the Packers offense is like that, where there's nobody you can trust in the receiving core for that team. So that's probably more or less what it is. Jamie, quads cause groin pain that is worse about activities like sprinting and cutting. Yes, they do. Yeah, they just linger. Wish the Browns had a QB like Jameis or Baker. Yeah, man, it'd be crazy if the Browns had Baker. That'd be so wild.
Oh,
Getting to
man,
throw to Judy and Cedric Tillman and Njoku and Fannin and maybe have Judkins on the. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, a little bit of malpractice by the Browns. That's a tradition unlike any other.
Yeah, them and the Jets, man.
Yeah.
Them and the Jets. Got offered. Okay, we got to trade AJ. Welcome, welcome. Got offered Ibuka for Warren and Judkins. Should I accept? Roster: Mahomes, Herbo, Cook, Genty, Judkins, Olave, MHJ, Amon-Ra, McBride, Corum, Ricky Pearsall, Shakir, Cards, Mike Wilson. And you got offered Ibuka for Warren and Judkins. You have McBride. And you got Herbo, Cook, Genty, Judkins, Olave, MHJ, Amon-Ra. I think I think I might do it. It's tough to call. It's tough because of Warren and Judkins essentially, but I think I might do it because the build of your team. I think you could use that wide receiver help more than you could use the tight end and running back help. So I think that's a trade I would go. See if you can get like a second or something as well. Just to add something else, a little something to it. See if you can get a pick or something in there. But yeah, I like that.
I agree with that. I want a little piece on top of Begbuka, but
Yeah,
I'm fine with Cook. I'm not worried about Genty, even though the Raiders are complete dog water this year. Genty is going to be fine, but again, like you have Olave who's been having a nice year with Rattler and Shuck, but really your only standout wide receiver is Amon-Ra. We don't know what's going to go on with Marvin Harrison Jr. He's somebody that I have sold this year still when there was hype around him. I think if I can go and add somebody like Ibuka, I'm definitely going to jump on that opportunity.
Yeah, one way or the other. I mean, Evans and or Godwin are going to be in the picture here soon, and it's clear Egbuka's far and away just like a great player and one of the better rookies in the class, and the Bucks really like him. The coaching staff treats him like he's not a rookie. They say his mental, like his mentality in the film room and on the field and everything is like he's been playing for years. So he's definitely just like he's a part of that offense, and him and Mayfield definitely have a connection.
So it is PPR redraft as well. If that changes your answers, I think I definitely want to go and have Egbuka there for the ceiling play. Yeah. If it's redraft, I would even look at moving one of those quarterbacks.
Right. Well, it's I guess good point. It's Herbo, not Hendo. So, but still, yeah. Maybe move one of the quarterbacks if it's redraft and try to see if you can find something else to pick up there as well. I agree with that. Maybe I don't know. He's got a pretty good team, honestly. But yeah, if you could move it for something before if you've got a trade deadline coming up, I would. Why the hell aren't the Cowboys running the ball? Good question, because Javonte Williams is on my fantasy team, and if he does good things, I will win, and they can't let that happen. So that's probably why.
Yeah, 7 yards. It's all Jamie needs to hit a parlay.
Is it really? Yeah. Oh God. Oh man.
Oh, that's tough.
Matthew Golding headed for a Quentin Johnston level path, potentially, but I don't feel like Jordan Love is the quarterback to even get him this third good season. Like Quentin's had a good year, essentially. Been a little weird the last few weeks, but I don't know. To me, in my personal opinion, I'm not in on Golden. I don't expect much out of him.
Yeah.
AJ, it's PPR redraft. Okay, that still makes it is PPR redraft. So yeah, I would do that trade. See if you can get maybe just some kind of other piece with Egbuka if you can, and then maybe try to move one of those type quarterbacks.
He updated one more time here. Would you move Warren and Michael Wilson or Shakir for Egbuka? Yes. If I have McBride, I'm doing that.
Warren plus Wilson or Shakir for Egbuka. Yeah, 100%. I would absolutely do that. Yeah, Wilson, like this is the perfect example of sell high. If someone wants Wilson after a game like that, not gonna happen all the time. Go sell him right now. And if they're willing to pay for Ibuka, pay with Ibuka, do it.
Yeah, I want to look at that. Like Jacoby Brissett completed 47 out of 57 passes. Is that something that's going to happen weekly against a team in the 49ers that are missing Fred Warner, arguably the cornerstone of that defense that
Yeah.
has been leaking points this year? Like, I'd have to
Right.
pull up their schedule, but I don't think that is going to be a normal Jacoby Brissett game moving forward.
No, definitely not. And Wilson's only going to be worth something if it is. So that's not going to happen. I just need 7 more. Yeah, Monday. There it was. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if it's going to happen, man. That's how this stuff works. Vegas called it in. They knew you were coming close to your parlay. Dennis Clemens, what's going on, man? I have Jacobs, Judkins, and Vidal, so I had a fantastic week. I need some advice on who to drop, who to try to pick up until Jacobs comes back. Saquon is my other RB, but he didn't perform the best. Judkins, Vidal, and Saquon. He didn't perform the best, but I think you're good there. Like he's his floor is too good, and he'll be fine with Saquon. If you can get who to drop though, huh? Probably Vidal,
Yeah.
because if you have to pick one, because Vidal's losing the job pretty soon. Once
Hampton comes back.
Once Hampton's back, which is any week now. It's tough if you have to make that move. I would drop Vidal. I don't know if you have to though. I guess it depends on the structure of your roster, but if you have to drop one, I would probably drop Vidal for Wilson until Jacobs comes back, because Wilson's a good running back. He's just behind Jacobs, so him getting a start will be awesome. So that's why I would do it if I had to.
Yeah, I would try to get Wilson. Just looking at sleeper right now of guys that are trending up, and Emmanuel Wilson, like you said, Sean Tucker, Kenny Gainwell. There's an injury that we don't know how Jaylen Warren is going to respond to that, or what his status is moving into next week. Gainwell has been serviceable when he's been there, so just off the top of the list, them. Again, we talked about JCM not being the guy in Washington. If Chris Rodriguez is available, those are guys that all can fill in until Jacobs comes back for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are all good. It depends. It's tough because it's just about certain that Jacobs misses a game, where like we don't know about Warren, because if it wasn't for Warren, if Warren isn't going to play, I maybe take Gainwell over that, because Gainwell was playing really, really well, and even when Warren's in there, they're giving him time with the ball, and he plays well when he has it. So that's someone else you could do. You could look at grabbing and getting rid of Vidal. Let's see what we got here. Trevor Racon. Lamb needs to demand a trade. Guy's the 4th option out there. That's probably a little extreme, but yeah, I mean, this is how it's going to be with Pickens and Lamb. They're going to kind of, I mean, Lamb still had an okay game. Like, it wasn't bad. It's just sometimes Pickens is going to Picken.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think they should trade him?
No, man. We know that. We know that's unserious, and we don't know what's going to happen with Pickens. Like,
right.
Let Lamb be Lamb.
Yeah, Lamb will be fine. Coming from a Cowboys fan, I do like what Shoddy's doing, trying to build that culture and not letting Pickens and Lamb play for the first like 2 drives. Just make a point to them, like, if you're not going to put the effort in, then you're going to sit your ass on the bench, and I like that. It doesn't matter who you are, you need to be a part of this. So I like what Shoddy's doing. Just as a Cowboys fan, I wanted to point that out. Lamb made me think of that. Okay, super quick. Davis Mills still playing really well. Looks like he's unlocked Nico Collins this year. Woody Marks is weird. It's up and down with him. This game was really just 16-13. Not a lot was going on. Cam Ward's out there trying his best. And Cam is good, and he's going to be fine. They just need to do something to get him some more help, but he's a good player. Don't worry. Like, some of the stuff he's doing is very good. There's a lot of good things to see in his gameplay. If anyone's scared.
Yeah, that's right. Like, the first overall pick, they rarely come into an environment that is going to make them succeed. We saw Jaden Daniels and we saw Stroud come in, but those were totally different team environments. They had
Yeah.
established wide receivers. They had, well, Houston had a decent O line for him.
Yeah.
Like Cam Ward is fighting for his life out there. But like you said, he makes some really good throws and some reads. And maybe the guys that are just reading stat lines don't understand that Cam Ward has been a good player. Like it's going to come. That team has so much work to do that I think he's a great buy opportunity right now.
Yeah, and super flex or just dynasty is all like buy him low right now for sure. He's throwing darts, they just don't catch them. So he's really fine. Like Cam, there's a lot to look forward to with him. Whether he has to end up on a different team or they do the right thing, clean some house and get some people brought in here to make this team better, and he'll improve. I think he's someone I got a little bit of in dynasties this year, and I'm just holding on to him because I know it'll come. What do we got? We got something here. Dennis, wide receivers are average at best this year. AJ Brown, Olave, Flowers, and Keenan. It's just very hit or miss. True, Olave's kind of hit or miss as a whole this season, but he's been doing okay, and it looks like him and Shuck might work. Flowers. Listen, I'm going to kind of get a little ranty right here. Well, not ranty, but I'm trying to just tell everyone I've been one of the people saying, dude, stop believing in Flowers to be a wide receiver 1 in fantasy. It never happens. Lamar Jackson has never supported one ever in his career. Zay Flowers isn't the one who's going to do it. And I know Lamar wasn't playing, but that's worse. Like Flowers, he's not going to do it. I like him. I like the guy. I like his story. I think he's a good player in fantasy on this Ravens offense. It's never going to happen. People got to tone it down. I was somebody who have always said that. AJ Brown, I was someone I was low on this year. Olave, I was about where he's at. And Keenan, I was high on once he went back to the Chargers. But
Right.
He's old. Keenan Allen's like 33. He's having a good year is kind of what he's doing now is like beyond what you normally see. So
yeah, like Keenan came out hot, and then we've seen the emergence of Gadsden, who occupies the same space as Keenan Allen. He's a bigger target. He has a yak ability. He's more durable. That's part of the reason for me why Keenan is just so hot and cold. Like unfortunately for him, he's getting squeezed out by Ladd McConkey, who has shown that he was elite last year. The analytics were there. He was a screaming buy for me earlier in the year. And now we're seeing Ladd McConkey come to life. We're seeing Gadsden, and that's why Keenan's taking a back seat. With Flowers, I couldn't agree more. Like we see this, he puts together a couple good games and people say, this is it. This is the Flowers breakout. And it's like, he's mid. He's in that bucket of players where it doesn't matter what the name is. He's going to score you, anywhere from 10 to 15 points. The red zone earner is Andrews. The identity is Lamar and now Derrick Henry. Like it's a low passing offense. And if they need a big play, it's Rashad Bateman. It's not Zay Flowers going out there and breaking the game open for them.
Yeah, it's Henry, Andrews, Bateman, sometimes likely. It's not going to be Zay for the big plays. Zay Flowers is kind of like a Julian Edelman light, where like he kind of has that same role and he has that sort of skill set, but he's not heavily targeted the way that like Brady targeted Edelman, but he's got that kind of same idea. So that's why he's light. He's never like a top 20 wide receiver. He floats in that area, but he's never in it. Box score warriors don't understand the grind. That's true. Very true. Let's see. CD Smitty, what's going on, Smitty? Got offered Igbuka and Monangai for Diggs and Tracy. Should I take it? For Diggs and Tracy, Igbuka and Monangai? Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Monangai is definitely somebody who a couple weeks ago on the Mad Market Value show, I said, go ahead and sell him. I think when Swift is back, he takes that role. But Monangai has carved out a role. I think I called them the Wish version of Thunder and Lightning, and Monangai has proven that he can be a flex for you. So yeah, I'm definitely taking that with the ceiling of Igbuka over Diggs and Tracy.
Yeah, well, for sure. Tracy's unfortunately Singletary is a thorn in his side right now. Singletary got all the touchdowns in the game. and he's probably going to continue to. So, if you Monongai has definitely made himself a part of that offense, and
Yeah.
Igbuka is Igbuka. So yeah, I would take that trade. Flowers is top 30 wide receiver at best, essentially. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
top 20 to 24 ish is sort of where he normally sits in that area. But yeah, like I'm not ranking him any higher than that on anything, like ever.
Yep.
Yeah. Should I trade July? Thanks for hanging out, July. What's going on? Should I trade away JSN and Theo Johnson for Kittle and one of CD or Rice? That one's tough because JSN is just like an animal this year, but Kittle's now that Brock Purdy's back, Kittle is back. So man, that's tough. I don't know. I think maybe not. Because Theo Johnson with Dart is pretty good, and JSN's. I don't know, man. That feels like just a sideways move. I honestly don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, and looking at the rest of the schedule for JSN, like he's got Tennessee, Minnesota, Atlanta. He's got Indy and the Rams in the first 2 round of playoffs. Like it doesn't scare me now when Seattle goes into matchups like that, because it always seems like he's been able to score. He's only had 1 week where he hasn't been a wide receiver one. Yeah, it feels kind of lateral where you take it away from JSN and you're getting a bigger plus on Kittle. Like I'm just riding JSN.
Yeah, you might as well. It's like I said, it feels sort of sideways. Kittle's definitely a little better than Theo for sure, but CD being sort of a wide receiver 1A with Pickens there, and you got Ferguson. His ceiling's a little more capped now, and Rashee Rice is great. He had just a tough game against a tough defense, but still had 6 catches. It just wasn't for a lot of yards. But I think I'm not taking anyone for redraft this year, at least, over JSN. All right, Flowers more like 12 to 13 points, but if he gets 15, that's a base game for him. Yeah. Well, he started. Oh, I think you're muted.
I am.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I mean, that's pretty much it. He has a couple 20-point games here and there, but it's really few and far between. So it's exactly on point, Jamie. Dennis, I'll keep Olave in my lineup, and I'm hoping AJ Brown will keep doing well. But any advice who to pick up is helpful. So for wide receivers, you know what? If Christian Watson is still available, I would probably snag him if you have some bench space to see, because he's kind of been actually doing okay. He's been getting targeted and getting yards, and then he found the end zone twice this week. So to be honest, I think maybe if he's available, he's someone that I would definitely look to pick up. Do you have anybody in the wide receivers you would like?
I'm just scrolling, and Jaden Higgins has been producing a little bit with Davis Mills. It's tough out there at this time of year. We talked about Michael Wilson. That's more of a sell. We see some New England wide receivers, but they spread the ball around so much that you can't really pinpoint somebody that's going to be a locked and loaded flex play for you.
Yeah.
It's tough. I really like that call on Christian Watson. I think he brings a different element to that Packers team.
Yep. Xavier Legette, if you're looking for something maybe to try, he's been getting a decent amount of targets and finding the end zone. He was hurt the week before, but he's somebody, deep enough, you might need to grab Calvin Austin if he's around, Malik Washington. I don't know if I'd start any of them over those guys, but just some guys to maybe hold on to and stash and see if they end up picking it up, maybe. The Common Man Stacker. Welcome in, Common. I have George Pickens and CD. Need to trade CD. Need a running back. What would be a 1-for-1 trade for CD? Like Christian McCaffrey or James Cook? Maybe Derrick Henry, because this is Derrick Henry time. This is like the Yeti time of year. Something like that. Like somebody that's Javonte.
Like I'm starting higher. Like I'm going like the big four,
Yeah.
Bijan, Gibbs, JT, CMC. Depends what that other owner needs, but yeah, like I'm starting at the top and I'm working my way down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's perfectly fine to kind of throw offers out there that start high. Never start at like your lowest point. Try to grab somebody high. That's why I was saying like CMC. Just see if there's. Just wait for someone in the list of players you would like to take to bite, because someone will. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to grab somebody. Like James Cook would be great, something like that. That would be a good trade if you really need some running back help. You might be able to get two even, but yeah. If Bucky Irving would come back, he's killing me. Jamie, who's a player in Dynasty that you're selling at a discount just to get him off your team before value dips? Discount. Good question. Before his value dips.
This for me, and I mean it's probably late now because he's a bit of a dip, but it was AJ Brown for me. Weeks ago I was trying to sell on that. I thought that OC was punching above his weight class where the offense just kind of looks stagnant. Now you see this so it might not fit the criteria Jamie's asking about, because I think AJ Brown is somebody like in dynasty formats. I don't know if you can you get a first plus something for him anymore? Like I really don't know. I need to go and do some work because I've already sold AJ Brown where I could.
Yeah. I was thinking like BTJ, but I think his value's already dipped.
Yeah.
Too far at this point now. I will just hold on to him because
Yeah.
it could just be a bad year, and he could turn it around. But but he still has plenty of value. If it starts to happen next year, that's when it's trouble. So maybe BTJ would be a good one. Let me think here. Juwan Jennings potentially next year with a healthy Pearsall, Ayuk actually playing football. That might be a big difference. So Juwan Jennings is someone that would be good to offload right now if you can, for the upcoming season.
Yeah. And even a guy too that I talked about recently was Nico Collins. Yeah, he's putting up numbers with Davis Mills, but we know that Davis Mills isn't going to be the starter going forward. Are they going to fix that O line? We saw that they drafted Noel, they drafted Higgins. What is going on with Houston? I think that's somebody who still holds elite value, but if I can tier down to somebody like a BTJ, or I can tier to a Lad McConkey or a Garrett Wilson plus, that's something that I'm definitely going to investigate.
Yeah, definitely shop around a little bit and see what people might be willing to pay for Nico. Because I agree. I don't think Nico. I think it was Dennis was saying earlier. It's been just a really weird year for wide receivers, and it totally has. It's been super strange year. I think a lot of it bounces back to the mean next year. So I don't know. I don't think that Nico's in too much trouble, but I totally get what you're saying, especially in redraft right now for like the rest of the year. If you can sell Nico right now, especially after a good game, like I would do that. Thanks, guys. No problem, man. That's what we're here for. Thank you for the question. No, AJ Brown is a good one. Yeah, AJ Brown's a really good one. I like that one a lot. Definitely good. He was a really good sell from after like the first 2 weeks. A lot of people were saying buy low, sell him for the regular price because you never know. And I knew it was coming, but I have like absolutely none of AJ anywhere at all, and that's why. Jamie, what about Kyron? Kyron Williams. Are you to sell?
No, to go back to that trade 1-for-1 for Siege, I'm assuming like Kyron's another one that Blake Corum's getting his touches, but we know that Kyron is still the bell cow in that offense.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
It is a good point. I like him actually for the sell of the value dip potentially because of Corum getting so much more involved. I kind of like him there as well. So if you can get enough for Kyron Williams, I would probably take it. BTJ might be a good buy low because of his best friend himself that has to mess with his play, which probably does. And he's been battling injury. he's been battling injury too. So
battling injury, but Biggs talked about this on a show with Grindberg. I believe it was last week, and these guys are all humans. Like, we think that they're fantasy assets and they're always going to produce for us because once they were elite, they always stay elite. There are so many other factors. So that's a really good point by Jamie as well, that these guys, they are human and sometimes they have a crack in the armor, right?
yeah, 100%. Like, that's probably a good point. I hadn't really thought about that, but yeah, that could be a big factor into what's going on. So, I can't see a world where the BTJ is not a bad player. He doesn't do what he did last year because he's not good. It's not like that's too fluky to just not exist after 1 year. So that's a good point. I do agree that maybe he would be a better buy low than a sell before the value goes too far down. My RBs, Michael Regine, what's going on? Thank you for hopping in here with us. My RBs are Kyron Williams, Dowdle, Woody, Chase Brown, Corum, and Isaiah Davis. And number one waiver wire priority. Should I get Emmanuel Wilson? It's 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. My wide receiver every week at Buka and Pickens. You have Kyron Williams, Dowdle, Woody. I don't think you got to move anything.
No, like, that's enough running back depth for me that I'm fine with that. You have Ibuka and you have Pickens. Like, am I reading that right? Are you flexing another wide receiver? Is it, I'd certainly be flexing. I'd be having Kyron, Dowdle, and then your tough spot is Woody or Chase Brown in that flex for me.
Yeah. Honestly, depending on the matchup, I guess, maybe. But Chase Brown's looked a lot better, so I don't think you have to. Emmanuel Wilson is literally a 1-week rental, so I don't think you need to drop anybody for him. Biggs is going to be on my ID week 14 on the IDP Center. Nice. Check that one out. That's fun. Yep. The IDP Center is it's a good show.
Good. IDP is something that I just haven't dipped my toes into yet, but I think this is going to be a good place to start because Jamie always promotes us. He's always here dropping comments. So got to pay it back for him. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, and if anyone's here, go check out his show. Go follow him and watch his episodes when they come up. And speaking of IDP, I have a little bit, and it's Dynasty, and it's cool. It's a lot, and in season, your phone's just going off all the time for all those like little injury notifications because you have your roster's like 60 something players total with like bench and start. It's crazy, and it's a lot. But the startup was for this one. I actually left before this year because I had just too much going on and I couldn't stay involved enough, so I gave it to someone else who could. But it was the slow draft. It took a month. It was like 65 picks, and it took a month for us to get through it. It was crazy. But it's cool. It's a really fun, like, different style of fantasy, and if I wasn't in so much other stuff, I'd have stayed in more of them. But it's cool. It is fun. Oh, and just ordered $75 of Chris's smoked pickles. Thanks to Pigs. Nice. Gotta love the pickles. We hit 26,000 views last week on IDP Center with guest Scott Bogman. That's awesome.
Damn, congratulations, Jamie. Congrats. That's huge.
Yeah, that's really awesome. 26K is freaking awesome, man. That's cool. That's wicked cool. Yeah.
And you know what? It couldn't go to a more deserving guy than Jamie. I know that he puts in the work every single time I'm in a chat. He's in here. It's awesome to see the promotion and the camaraderie in this fantasy space. So that's just amazing work, Jamie. You guys really deserve that.
Yeah, 100% agree. I say that a lot, 100%, but yeah, I totally agree. Definitely deserves. The guy puts in tons of work. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. Of course, not a problem, man. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you out. Hit that like button. That's right. Yeah, hit the like button if you're in here. We want to know that you like it. Let us know how you feel about the show. I guess we could do a quick glaze over here. We got about 10 minutes left. Bears Vikings. Bears sort of unsurprisingly won, but won it in a very sort of surprising way. I figured it'd be a little bit more of a scoring game than that, but weird game.
It's kind of become like a Bears fashion where it's like a, muck it up kind of. It's not the most entertaining football if you watch it. It's kind of like I'm just at a loss for words. Like it just doesn't seem like professional football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like an ugly game, and then they always pull through.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a dirty, gritty game, and they somehow get a win off of it. Panthers Falcons. We sort of touched on this already. Panthers coming through with a win. Bryce Young having a great game.
Yeah,
Bijan back.
Much better game for Bijan than the first time they played the Panthers. Bryce Young set the franchise record for single game passing, beating Cam Newton by, I think he finished with 448. Newton had 432.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, big game.
I didn't realize he had thrown that much. I thought it was like, wow, cool. That's awesome. It's not going to keep up, though.
No, that's right.
He's not throwing for 400 every game. The Chargers and Jags. That's probably the weirdest game of the week. The blowout. The Jags blew them out. And it's the Chargers they lost to the Giants. They've had a couple of really weird losses this year. I don't know what's going on.
They did, yeah. Tim Patrick getting a touchdown. Jacoby Myers looks like he's settled in, leading the way for that wide receiver group. Parker Washington, who's kind of been big the past couple weeks, took a back seat to Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Michelle Tootin, like we were talking about earlier, he had more snaps in the first quarter, and then ETN kind of took over. I'm not sure if Tootin got banged up in that game. I think I heard a little bit about that today. So that's something to pay attention to. He was somebody that I was high on in my pre-draft rankings, and somebody that I thought post-buy was going to be able to come in and take over that backfield.
Yeah. No, I think it must have been something because Tootin was playing very well, and I don't think they would have just pulled him to be like, ETN has to touch it. So, he was playing well. He must have got a little banged up, but going forward, as long as he's back on the field, I think he's someone that, if he's available in waivers, you have to go get.
Yep.
He's good, and before his value gets too high, maybe even try to trade for him in Dynasty.
Yeah.
Let's see what else was there here. We got the Bucks and Bills, exciting game, a lot of scoring, quite a wild game. Of course, we sort of touched on this again earlier. Josh Allen had like there's 3 times that someone's ran for 3 touchdowns and passed for 3. 2 of them are Josh.
Yeah.
And the first one was in 1954. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
And in a game where, again, it's just a makeshift wide receiver group, no Dalton Kincaid, James Cook only 48 yards on the day, like not the very James Cook-ish that we've been used to this year. But Josh, just wills that team to another win after a couple weeks where, it always seems like it's this time of the year, the middle of the season, where everybody thinks the Buffalo Bills are frauds, and then Josh Allen just goes nuclear and shows them that he's going to take this team as far as he can.
Dude, it's been a really weird year as a whole. Like all these good teams, Chiefs are 5-5. All these good teams are losing these games, and I think like the playoffs and the Super Bowl are going to be just completely unexpected. I think 2 brand new teams are going to make it, and just someone really that feels kind of random is going to end up winning this thing this year because it's been crazy. Like, who knows? Maybe the Bengals, Joe Burrow comes back, the Bengals make it and go for a run. My Super Bowl pick was the Rams and Bills. Okay. So I think that one feels a little safe now. Now I don't know. It feels so weird.
I think at work we were saying we usually do bold and boring predictions, and for my boring, it was Eagles and Lions, and they definitely gave us a boring performance in the last week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's gonna be it's been weird. It's been very weird this year with the wins and losses. Feels like no one's like running away with it. At all. Dennis, who just went and looked at his waivers. Hampton, Wilson, Rodriguez, Higgins, and Leggett are currently available. Whoa, what did you see?
I am trying to scroll back right now and see what Dennis had for a record, but for right now, like I'm going to take Hampton. I'm going to risk that he comes back and he picks up where he left off. I just think that is somebody that, especially in redraft, you have to take a risk on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie beat me to it here.
Yeah. Go pick up Hampton this time of year. No need stash wide receivers, but those are Reaser Gold. Yes. Yeah. Hampton's got to be the way to go there. His team's 9-2, so you got a good team. Yeah. Then just go grab Hampton. Yeah. Just pick up Hampton. He'll be back and he'll be able to carry you into potentially a championship. Jamie, is Sean Tucker a buy, or is he going to flame out with Bucky coming back? This year, at least, he'll flame out once Bucky comes back. The thing is, when does Bucky come back? It does feel like it's coming because he's been sort of part of practice again, so it feels like it's coming. But get Tucker at least for this week. Try to stash him for the week and see if Bucky doesn't play. In my opinion, what do you think?
Yeah, overall, like I agree with you. Sean Tucker did this last year. He gave us one massive performance, and he flamed out where the Bucks went back to the Bucky and Rashad White combination. I think that's going to happen this year. It might be Sean Tucker gets a little bit more of a role split with White, but overall, I think that Sean Tucker is just it's not going to happen when Bucky comes back, and it seems like those injury updates have gotten a little bit more truthful. I think Todd Bowles regularly underplays them or misspeaks when he's talking about them. But I think Bucky, we've seen reports that he is out and he's moving around, him and Godwin. So I'm not in a rush to go buy Sean Tucker right now.
No, you can, like, if you have the room on your bench, go grab him and just see if Irving isn't playing again this week. Then maybe I'd say you can probably toss him in if you need to. But I think he flames out. Galaxy, what's going on, Galaxy? Trade for Travis Kelce, can move off Harvey or Marks. If you can afford it in the running back room, honestly, if you can move off Harvey, just do it. If someone's willing to pay Travis Kelce for Harvey, take it. I trust him more than I trust Marks more than him for sure.
Okay.
RJ Harvey had the chance to do it, be that guy this week, and was absolutely not. And like I was trying to say before the year again, probably not the guy to go. 24-year-old running back coming in and joining on the team for the first. I just don't love it. Didn't like it. He's good, not great, and he's not showing anything. So Travis Kelce, I would take him.
Okay.
For him. You?
It's tough. I thought definitely when Rice came back, Kelce was gonna flame out and it was gonna be the Rashee Rice show. But man, this is a lot tougher now with the Dobbins heading to the IR. Like Harvey's got a juicy schedule after the bye. He's got the Commanders, the Raiders, the Packers, and then he faces Jacksonville and the Chiefs again. Again, I think this is very RB depth dependent. Man, this is somebody I think, as I was a Harvey truther, but I think if you can go and get somebody like Travis Kelce, like he's been putting up points the past 3 weeks. So I would go ahead and do that.
I think Rice and Kelce, they help each other. I think it's good for them both to be on the field. They help each other get open and just find better opportunities. So one person you can move off of, though, as I've been calling all year, is Xavier Worthy.
Yes.
I don't know where it all came from. I don't know where the hype came from. I get man go fast doesn't mean man get a lot of fantasy points. I know he's exciting, but I've been doing everything I can to try to get people to back it up. And I think this is showing. When Rice is on the field, Worthy's not going to be worth a start most weeks.
I wish I heard it from you because I thought Kelce was going to be the odd man out. And it was going to be the Worthy and Rice show, and it is not. No. It is not. I didn't move off Travis Kelce. I didn't have a lot of shares, so it didn't hurt. But I definitely went and overexposed myself to Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, and I understand he was exciting. It still is. I mean, he's young. It's not like it can't ever happen, but in my opinion, I don't know if it's gonna just in the situation he's in. As long as Rice and Kelce are on that field, like Kelce's not gonna flame out until he's just done playing because him and Mahomes, they're gonna connect. It's just gonna be a thing. Current tight end is Goddard. I don't know if you have to do it then. Goddard's a touchdown machine, although it's been that offense is so weird. Yeah, I guess you can get him if you want to move off Harvey for Kelsey and just have Kelsey there on your team just in case. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey's going to be worth more points in a given week than Harvey, I believe. A couple juicy matchups is right, but the Raiders' defense is a little bit better against the run lately, so that one might not be as juicy. But yeah, I get where you're coming from there. What do you think on that? If he's got Goddard,
Oh man, that's just an offense that I something just isn't right with the Eagles, and I think still, if I can go and get that upgrade with Kelsey, you twisted my arm. I'll take Kelsey on this one.
yeah. And this Goddard alone as my starter has me nervous too. Often injured, and that offense is hard to figure lately. Exactly. That's sort of what I was leading into is the offense is. And you're right about Goddard. He's always dealing with something and misses time. So yeah, no, yeah, like I said, if you can give up Harvey for him, I would do it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's probably gonna do it for us off that question there. We didn't quite cover all the games. Bengals Steelers. Steelers blew out the Bengals. Kind of shocking. The last game was a lot better than that. Didn't see that one coming, to be honest. 49ers blew out the Cards. The 4:00 games have been kind of weird. The Rams Seahawks game was good.
That was a great game to watch.
Yeah. The Broncos Chiefs. Looks like maybe the Broncos are for real.
Man, like they get that win, and I think they're fraudulent. It just reminds me of like the Chiefs last year, where they were undefeated, and it's like a block field goal here. I'm just yeah, and that's kind of the feeling that I get the Broncos too right now. But yeah, good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. I don't think the Chiefs are out of it. It's the Chiefs. They'll be in the playoffs, and they'll be a problem for someone. But I don't think they get home field advantage this year. So we'll see what happens when they've got to travel. Ravens and Browns was a close game. It's always a very like gritty game with them. A lot closer than the first game was. But Shedeur Sanders, do you think he's the guy for the Browns?
No. I didn't think he was to begin, and I don't think he is now. Might be a nice piece to go and get if you can get him as an add-on in deals. Might hold some value. I think he's already gone up a little bit, keep trade cut, but not somebody that I'm believing in. I'll let somebody else do that if I have the shares.
Yeah. If Mel Kiper was throwing a fit about him not getting picked, the right thing was happening. Mel Kiper is. I don't know him personally. Dude's wrong all the time. He's been like the most wrong about the biggest like players or less like burst players ever. He's always very wrong on those. So that gives me reason to not believe in him. Lions Eagles, low scoring game, another gritty game, way lower scoring than I expected.
Same.
Expected the Lions to win it, honestly, but
and you know what? That game ended on a bullshit pass interference call. You know, there was nothing there to me. I thought the Lions could have made a push on that.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I mean, it was AJ Brown was pushing off, if anything. So they just get that stuff, you know. Shedeur Sanders exactly what we expected from a 5th round third string. Exactly.
Go figure, hey. Yeah. And now you know what? Stefanski played him, and he goes, "Here, you guys, there. I did what you wanted. You drafted him. We played him. He's awful. I'm going right back to Gabriel. Yeah.
Yeah, you did this. Look, this is what you wanted.
Yeah.
There's a reason we did what we did." And then just real quick, the game tonight. Cowboys beat them 33-16. Pickens had a great night. Lamb still had a pretty good night. Fergie got a touchdown. Javonte Williams was okay. Wish I would have got more out of him. I mean, he football wise, he played very well. He ran for 93 yards and caught a few catches. He was fine. He just didn't do quite enough in fantasy to get me the win. But Dak 4 touch. I mean, he had a night. And the Raiders are looking pretty rough. Do you think unbiased, so I don't have to answer it. Do you think the Cowboys are back? Do you think with this new defense, everyone getting healthy, maybe they've got a chance at making a splash?
Man, is it looking good? And you know, this is something that I talked about earlier in the year. Like you said, you like what Shoddy's doing. Like one of Dak's best years was when Schottenheimer was his OC. And yeah, like now that they have Pickens, that brings another element. They have a run game that I certainly thought was left for dead when they went and got Javonte. I think that Dallas can hold it together. They'll probably pull off some cowboy types things when they make the playoffs and disappoint everybody, but they are. I think they're back, man.
Yeah. I think they've got the talent to get into the playoffs. Now, how far they get, who knows? But they've got a really brutal schedule coming up. They got the Eagles, Chiefs, and Lions for their next 3 games. But they can win if they win. The Eagles and them always split. They're playing the Eagles in Dallas. That might be a win for them there. And if they can sneak one out of this shaky Chiefs team on Thanksgiving, then maybe they've got themselves a shot. Because after that, it gets a lot better for them. So they play like Washington and the Giants, and they have an easier schedule after that. So yeah, maybe they could do it. The Raiders are raidering. Geno Smith is just yeah. And all right, Jamie, last few words here. What was Sanders QBR? 13.5, probably something like that.
Probably. I just checked in really quick and it says 2.4. So
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. Check down, sack for a loss of 12. Nice throw to Fannin, a couple air mails over Isaiah Bond in the end zone.
Yeah, not great. Needed Pickens tonight and a quiet Bowers for you. A couple Dino teams hanging in there. 6-5-5-6. Kraft and Laporta going down on one, and then the other stuff. Yeah, that's tough. Kraft stings. Kraft stings, and wire for tight end is desolate. Yes. Yeah, totally. But good thing Pickens was able to pull that off for you. I'm happy for that. Bowers was pretty quiet, so that's good. But yeah, okay. On that note, I think we're going to finish this. It's almost midnight my time. I am ready to go PP night. So I appreciate everyone that came in, asked us some questions. Again, like the video if you can. You can find me on pretty much everything right there. Hype FFL. Mad Dog, if you want to tell them anything about your stuff.
Yeah, you can catch all my writing on Player Profiler Now News Desk, where the team and I are always grinding out the constant news to keep you guys up to date. You can catch that on the website, Twitter. You can catch that on the Fast Draft app. And you can catch my shows, The Mad Market Value, Wednesday mornings on the Player Profiler Now YouTube page.
Awesome. Yeah, and I have the End Zone Experts that I do every week just for some weekly football start sits and a few other things. We usually put a new segment in every week for something to spice it up. But yeah, and Player Profiler does rock. You're right, Jamie. They're awesome. Everybody there is awesome. It's really great. And of course, check out the Fantasy Sports Advice Network site. You can subscribe there and get all sorts of expert help, tips, and there's all sorts of features. Go check it out. It's really cool. But yeah, thank you guys for coming in here. Any last words you have?
No, thanks a lot for the chat, to being interactive. It makes our show way easier on us instead of just reading out box scores and trying to catch up on games. So we appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully everyone has a good waiver wire and make some trades if you got any time left. And we'll see you guys next week for the last call.